coach Raheem Morris. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win. Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
On third down, Penix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 14 on the pickup. First down, Atlanta.
14. First down, Falcons.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
46, incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Javon Hargrave. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down. The Falcons getting their punter out there.
Punt formation.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. His defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll try and throw it with McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson.
Fourth down.
And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Right in punt formation.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. Ray McLeod, deep to return. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike, and regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward, and certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, the last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quick.
Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. The Vikings have got it. To the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And a great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind?
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On second down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
And a Falcon first down.
On the give, it's Robinson. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Late Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
Brings up second and 9.
On second down, Penix laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10.
First down, Falcons.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
To the right, that's Pitts. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Atlanta.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call.
Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week one at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home. So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
A gain there of 21. It'll be a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Left side here, caught by Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
It's a loss of 10.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
3rd and long.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 46-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 7-3.
Vikings 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Falcons take over.
And that's a heck of a return right there. He's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run. And they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Harrison Phillips getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
3rd and long.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. To the goal line and in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Falcons 14, Vikings 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
The Vikings take over.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's...
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
To the air, on 3rd down is McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stayed. Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He'll step up and run this. And McCarthy is going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
That's good for a Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. Jones. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
4-yard loss on the play.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy.
7-yard line.
That one, taken in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Vikings.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Vikings 10. Will
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing, and we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
To number 46.
3rd and a yard.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
On the play.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
31-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Drake London.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
14.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I am so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number one, and obviously the store and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
27-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report. And apparently we'll forget about that for our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jalen Walker. He had 2 sacks in the opener, and give him one more here in week 2.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. David Onyemata. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 24 yards.
And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
40-yard line.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
Again, it's Jones. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one.
Fourth down.
And that's going to lead to a fourth down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A short gain up to the 20. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And 9 yards.
Now, deep ball for London. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Falcons send their punting unit out, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is McCarthy. He'll try to run for it, and he'll be taken down short of the 1st down. It is a gain of 8, but it leads to 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here is Penix. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now Penix on 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35.
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Ivan Pace in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 15.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Falcon first down.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Josh Metellus, they're on the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Robinson. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
The 29-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that'll set up 4th down.
Brings up 4th
Out
down.
is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal.
Younghoe Koo.
This will be a 46-yard attempt.
46-yard
Koo's kick is good.
Is good.
And the Falcons will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
17.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
4-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man downfield, it's Addison. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
For a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Jones, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
46-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Vikings.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is 3rd and 6. Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Josh.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLeod now to return. Penalty marker down. This return to the 30-yard line.
Holding.
But will it stay there? 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On play action, Penix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
We're about ready now for the punt. We forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Jefferson. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Motion the slot man left.
At the 17-yard line.
It's Penix. Open man downfield. That's London. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 30. First down.
Trying the left side, here's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
The ball carrier. Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
Another run here for Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The 32-yard line.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up second down.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First down, Atlanta.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Phillips on the stop. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 22-yard line.
This looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
For the Falcons field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Big points there. They are back within 3 here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of 2.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Jones now on first and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Little play action here with McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass intended for Rondale
A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That's good for a Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. This one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Makes the score Vikings 26, Falcons 20.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now, Michael Penix and the Falcons trailing by 6. Just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown. Field goal is worthless now as they come up with 1st and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And well.
Looking to throw. It's Penix. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
1st down, Falcons.
They'll go play action now with Penix. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll take off again. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Here's Robinson. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down.
4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout. He'll step up and run this. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. This crowd urging the defense on. It is 3rd and 8. Now the spike comes with 9 seconds showing on the clock. They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. They'll try and throw it with Penix. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out, and this game is over. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.